things I was surprised to see Department Q do so well is their female characters. If you haven't seen Department Q yet, it is a Netflix crime series which stars Matthew Goode, which was my initial draw into the show. The show is set in Scotland, though Matthew Goode is English, and you know Matthew Goode from his performances in shows like Downton Abbey, The Crown, and most recently A Discovery of Witches, where he played a very intense vampire. His character in Department Q is a little bit different than anything I've seen him play before, which was quite enjoyable because, quite frankly, I think Matthew Goode is one of the better working actors right now. Generally, any script that he gets, he finds a way to do something very unique, intense, and interesting with it, and this show is no different. But as I got into Department Q, one of the things I was really pleasantly surprised to see was a number of female actors that I didn't know before this show, and character arcs for them that felt incredibly well written, incredibly fleshed out, and incredibly well acted. I don't want to spoil the show for you, so this will be a spoiler-free review, but the premise of the show is that Matthew Goode's character, D.I. Mork, has been injured in the line of duty and is assigned to cold cases when he returns to work. From there, you get a feel-good kind of found family start to build around him. There's Carl's boss, Moira, who's depicted as a strong character in charge and who's aware of having her own faults as well as the faults of the department. There's DC Rose Dixon, who fits that sort of young, plucky character who wants to be able to show her worth and who fights for the opportunity to do so. And of course, there's also Merritt Lingard, whose disappearance is the one that they are investigating. There are a number of other female characters in this show as well, but one of the things that I thought was really interesting is every single one of them seems to be shown with their flaws as well as their benefits. Characters who are actively victims in this show aren't just shown as helpless or even completely innocent. The women in this show not only are shown as powerful, but they're also shown as weak, they're shown as good, and they're shown as having flaws. And most interestingly to me was there weren't any female characters that were there to be a love interest or just there solely to move forward the emotional arc of Carl Mork. And for me, it was really interesting because I started watching this show because of the male lead actor that I really enjoy. Matthew Goode is one of those actors who, no matter what he's in, I will turn it on. But what I found myself really drawn to was the fully fleshed out female characters and the way that none of these women were shown as a complete pure moral center, a romantic interest to move the plot forward, or a completely helpless victim. And all of those things when it comes to women in media are sometimes hard to find in general, but especially hard to find in the crime genre. Overall, I think Department Q is definitely worth your time. It's a hard show to stop watching. The acting is incredible, the writing is very good, and I'm hoping everybody watches it so that I personally can selfishly get a season 2. If you've already watched Department Q, what did you think of the show? Did you find that the female characters were as impactful for you as they were for me? And is this the first time that you're watching Matthew Goode in a television show? Because honestly, he is one of those actors I am surprised has not become a full-fledged star yet. And if you haven't watched Department Q, will you consider watching it now?